Hello, I'm Dr. Bhavna Sirohi. I am a consultant medical oncologist specializing in GI and breast cancers at the Apollo Proton Cancer Center. I'm going to talk to you about cancer prevention. The incidence, which is new cases of cancer, is rising rapidly in low and middle income group countries like in India. And there are various factors which are implicated in this, mainly to do with lifestyle. And there are certain things which you can have in your daily life which will help prevent cancer. And I call these the ABCDEFs of cancer prevention. A is avoid tobacco and alcohol because these account for at least 40 to 50% of cancers like head and neck cancer, bladder cancer, cervical cancer that we see in India today, especially the smokeless tobacco like Kheni, Zarda. So avoid tobacco in any form, whether it is smoking or smokeless. B is be vaccinated. So there are certain vaccines which help prevent cancer. So HPV vaccine is a vaccine against the human papilloma virus, which prevents 80% of cervical cancer. In fact, Australia is one of the first countries to eradicate cervical cancer because they have implemented this program. It's very important that if you have a young girl who is eligible for the vaccination, you must undergo the HPV vaccination, which is only 1 or 2 doses depending upon the age. Hepatitis B is part of the national immunization schedule, and you must check that if you've been vaccinated against hepatitis B, because that can cause liver cancer, which is easily preventable. The other thing about B is be aware about your body, whether it is the breast or any other area. Be aware what is normal for you. And if you have a new symptom or a new lump, please see a specialist or your physician. C stands for calm, which we know stress has been implicated in a lot of factors in cardiac, in diabetes, and also in cancer. So yoga and meditation is something that one can easily do at home so that you have a stress-free life. D is diet. So have a diet which is balanced. So have enough fruits and vegetables and a diet which is low in saturated fats. Very important. Discuss it with a physician if you want to know what a balanced diet is. It should have enough of carbohydrate, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. Diet has been implicated in various cancers like breast cancer, colon cancer, where we have a lot of evidence relating to the fats in the diet. E is for exercise. Again, WHO recommends 30 minutes of exercise daily. Walking is an activity, it's not an exercise. So walking does not count as exercise, but if you have a brisk walk which gets your heart rate up, then that would be counted as exercise. Very important that dedicated, you do 30 minutes of exercise every day, because this is again implicated not in one or but in quite a few cancers. You would decrease your risk of developing cancer if you do this at least 5 to 6 times a week. F is family history. Now, genetic cancers are not very common. They account for less than 5% of cancers, but it's important that you know your family history. You must know what your close relative or your parents or siblings, what is the illness or the cancer that they've died of. If you have more than one relative who's died of cancer, please see a specialist so that you can take advice. S is for sleeping and screening. Now, there are certain cancers which lend themselves to screening. Screening means that you do not have any problem, but you go for a health checkup and you undergo certain tests to see whether you have cancer, and it helps us diagnose cancer early. For breast cancer, we do X-ray of the breast or mammograms, which we recommend from the age of 50 years onwards. It helps us diagnose breast cancer early. And if you diagnose cancer early or maybe in the pre-cancerous stage, one can undergo breast conserving surgery. You don't have to undergo removal of the breast. The other cancers which lend themselves to screening easily are cervical cancer, for which you can have a visual examination by acetic acid, you can have a thin prep, or you can have an HPV DNA testing, which is more accurate and needs to be done every 5 years. For colon cancer, you have stool occult blood, which is a simple sample of stool that you need to give and check for it from the age of 50 years onwards. And the other cancer which lends itself to screening is head and neck cancer, especially if you chew tobacco or if you've smoked in your life. The other cancer, again, for high-risk patients, I would say people who smoke or use tobacco, is lung cancer. So you can undergo a low dose CT scan of the chest to check for that and diagnose these cancers early. S also stands for sleep. If you sleep, there was a study in Spain on thousands of population which showed that if you sleep before 9 p.m. and if you have 2 hours between your last meal and the time you go to sleep, you have a 25% risk reduction in developing prostate and breast cancer. So I think these are the ABCDFs for cancer prevention that are what I call easily modifiable factors that you can implement in your life. And the other thing is be alert. Is cancer alert. So if you have any symptoms which are not getting better over a period of time, let's say if you have losing weight but your appetite is normal, it may be cancer, but there is more likelihood that it could be thyroid or diabetes as well. So very important, do not ignore anything that you've developed, say bleeding from the mouth or stool. It could be just piles, but it also could be colon cancer. Or if you've started bleeding at the time of month as young women when you should not be bleeding, or you've attained menopause and started bleeding, please see a gynecologist and get yourself checked out. Thank you.